Hi, welcome to Gray Horse Yoga. I'm Gina. So today we're going to do some yoga for our feet, our connection with our feet to the earth and to the stirrups in the saddle is very important, and our feet take a lot of abuse, us pounding around on them all the time. And sometimes when we're riding, we can find that unknowingly we're gripping our toes or not being able to drop weight into our heels because we have tightness in the ankle. So we're going to work a little bit on our feet today. So you will need something that you can use to massage across the bottom of your foot. I have a part of a pool noodle here, which is a great thing. We're going to be using it under the sole of the foot. You can use a water bottle. I have a plastic water bottle here. You can also use a tennis ball. I have 2 dogs, so I can't use the tennis ball because they will take the tennis ball. So if you have a tennis ball, that's something that you can use too. So we're gonna start with that little massage for the feet. So whatever you're using for your product, your prop to support, go ahead and extend the left leg out and come on. You can sit up on something if you want, but you don't have to. And then bending the right knee, just start to roll the sole of your foot across whatever you are using. Again, I have my pool noodle here, but you can use a water bottle or a tennis ball. And you can kind of turn the leg out to one side, kind of massage across the outer edge of the foot, and then a little across the sole of the foot, and a little bit across the inside of the foot. Just kind of warming up. And as you do that, notice if you feel any tender spots, you can go all the way to the toes, all the way to the heel. The one thing nice about the pool noodle, it doesn't get away like a tennis ball can, but just working that a little bit on this side. And then switching to the opposite leg. So just taking that foot across your prop that you're using. So notice if this side feels different. We have a dominant leg, which might mean you have different sensations all the way down to the sole of the foot. And again, you can do that little external rotation in the hip to do a little bit along the outside of the foot, and then bring it a little to the inside, massage across that inner arch, and then just go back to the sole of the foot, again, all the way to the heel, and all the way across the toes. Good. And then coming back, just move that out of the way. And come with the legs extended out in front of you in what we call Dandasana, staff pose. Legs extended out, feet flexed. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Place the right ankle just above your left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Again, if you need a little help, you can sit up on a cushion or blanket to give the hips a little height. Then take the fingers of your left hand, interlace them in between the toes of the right foot, and then kind of spread the fingers away from each other, spreading the toes away from each other. When we wear shoes a lot, it kind of constricts and brings those toes together. So this helps a little bit with opening up those stretching those muscles between the toes. And then just shake hands with your foot, just kind of work a little bit on that ankle mobility, just a little movement, and then you can circle the foot, again, circling that ankle, one direction, nice and slow, the other direction. And then again, spread the toes apart, spreading the fingers apart, and then releasing the fingers from in between the toes. Take hold of the big toe, give it a turn one direction and the other direction, and then give it a little tug. And then do that with each toe as you move down. A little twist each direction, a little turn each direction, and a little tug, just making a little bit more space between the joints. And then bringing the fingers to the top of the foot, the thumbs to the bottom of the foot. Just give your foot a nice massage. Just kind of massage across the ball of the foot, up to the toes, the arch of the foot, maybe back to the heel. Just find what feels good for your foot there. Notice if there's any sensitive spots. And after you've done that a little bit, we're gonna bring our left thumb, right to the position between the ball joint of the big toe and the second toe. And if you give a little pressure in that little indentation, if you're familiar with Mary Wallis, she calls that the bubbling spring. It's also the same name in Chinese medicine. That is the part of the foot that goes right across the stirrup, and we have it just right. It helps for a little better release in the foot and the ankle. So press on that. You might feel, you do a little massage on that point, you might feel a little tender. Just notice what you feel there. And then letting that release, we're gonna clap the feet, one hand on top, the other on the bottom. And then flex the foot and make a fist with the left hand, and then pound the foot. Start at the heel and just really get some pressure there. That's a big bone, it likes pressure, that's okay. And then begin to pound up across the arch and the ball of the foot, maybe all the way out to the toes. Just get some nice movement there. And then let the foot relax. Take your knuckles and just do a little scrub of the bottom of the foot. And then one hand to the top, the other to the bottom, just sweep to kind of even out the energy there. And then bring that foot back out to Dandasana. And notice, this probably looks different than the other foot. Might look a different color since we've worked on it. Might feel a little bit warmer. And again, just notice how it feels. And second side, so take the left leg, ankle right across the knee, and then interlace the fingers between, the right fingers between the left toes. Again, just a little spreading of the fingers, a little shake of the foot, shake hands with the foot, and then begin that little movement, circling, so you get a little movement in the ankle. And notice if the side is different. I particularly have a different side because those of you who know me know I've sprained my ankle a lot, my right ankle a lot, because I'm doing opposite from you. So this is my right side, and then circle the opposite direction. Good. Make sure you're breathing, always find that breath. And then spreading the fingers wide, again, creating that opposite action of what shoes do our feet, just crunching the toes in. So we'll spread the fingers wide, and then taking the fingers from in between the feet, we'll take the hand across the top of the foot, give a little stretch. I don't think we did that on the other side. And then coming back to the big toe, again, give a little twist one direction, a little twist the other direction, give a little tug, and working your way all the way down. So again, making a little bit of space between the joints of the toes. And surprisingly, the big toe, the biggest one, only has 2 joints, and all of the small ones, including the pinky toe, have 3 joints. So a little surprising there. And then fingertips to the top of the foot supporting, and then take those thumbs again to the bottom and just give that foot a nice massage. Ball of the foot up to the toes, arch of the foot back to the heel. Again, just give it a little love. Just like they say, no hoof, no horse, no feet, no person. If your feet hurt, it's not fun. Good. And then clap the foot, top and bottom. Keep that blood flow, energy moving. And then flexing the foot so it's nice and firm. Take the hand, make a fist. Again, same thing, that pounding of the foot. So this is positive energy for the foot. We pound on them all day, running around, doing what we need to do. But this is positive action, not negative. And then let the foot relax. Take the fingers, scrub the foot. And then again, one hand to the top, one hand to the bottom. Just kind of sweep and even out that energy. And then once again, bring the feet back out, take a look. They should look more alike now, and hopefully both feel a little warm. Think of spreading the toes apart. Again, imagine you're trying to do what we did with the fingers between the toes, spreading those toes apart. And then go ahead and place the feet on the mat in front of you, and just come with the feet close enough that you can still sit in a nice length in your spine. You can even kind of let the arms come forward to support you. So lift all the toes up off the mat, and then keep the big toes up and put all the baby toes down. So we're working the muscles in the feet, and then pick all of the toes up again. And then see if you can put the big toes down and keep the pinky toes up, or all of the toes up, and you can help them if you need to. And then pick all the toes up again, and then starting with the pinky toes on the outside, place one toe down at a time, all the way to the big toe. Again, spread those toes wide. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, and we're gonna do one more little stretch for the foot, which can be a little intense, so we have lots of variations here. So let's come to a kneeling position. So come up onto your knees. Knees are right underneath the hips. Curl your toes under, and then reach around, make sure that little pinky toe kind of gets down to the floor too. So for some people, just here can be enough of an intense stretch across your feet. And if you're feeling sensation here, just stay right here. If you want to feel a little bit more sensation, you can sit back onto your heels for a couple breaths. This is called this Japanese tea ceremony position. They can sit like this for a very long time because they're used to it. Us, not so much. If you need to take a break, take an inhale and come up for a breath or two. Inhale and exhale, and then maybe again sit back down onto those heels. A great stretch across the ball of the foot and the toes and the arch of the foot. Great to help prevent plantar fasciitis across the arch of the foot. And then once again, come all the way back up, and then just come back to your seated position. Bring those feet out in front, feet hip distance apart, and just do a little windshield wiper of the legs. Good. So that's a little love for our feet today. Hopefully, again, just notice, when you're in the saddle, notice what you're doing with your feet inside your boots. When sometimes we can't see something, we don't think about it, so we don't see what's going on inside of our boot, but just notice how your foot is in connection with the stirrup and see if any of those movements will help you. So thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon in the saddle or on the mat. Bye-bye.